Ladies and gentlemen, it is 9:01 Amsterdam time on a Sunday. It is today the 22nd of June already. It is summertime. And unfortunately, we start the summer with a big chill in the markets. Because without any further ado, guys, I would say let's get strapped in. Because it is not panic at the disco. No, today is panic at the markets. So let's take a quick peek here. Not this. Let's get started with this here. So I wanna start off with the bad news, right? Just beat it all off all at once. We are currently below the rainbow chart, and at the looks of it, typically, guys, we have a retest of this rainbow chart, and then near the end of the week we bounce back. But with the continued war, I would say, really, in Iran, especially with the US now. There is enough fear this weekend that we dipped lower. And don't forget, it is weekend, so it is a low liquidity time. Stock market is not opened yet. So you can see really here that we are now at about 8 cents. Hey, even 7.9 cents as of right now. So it is honestly quite scary to see where we are. With that in mind, though, guys, I recommend you to never ever panic. This was a scenario I didn't expect really the US to enter the war personally, but it did happen, and that's also what analysts didn't expect to happen. That's also why we see this big panic. And I would say that especially altcoins, and let's go to Ethereum quickly, because Ethereum is one of the worst here to really show how bad it is. Especially if we go to the weekly chart, we've been trading within this very limited range, and now we have one big rejection here. It's fine though, because if I take a look at it, I'm kind of glad to see a retest, maybe even a bit lower, of about this line, of about that line there. And you can call me really happy, because it has been quite, or actually even a bit lower. But here you can see that, you can see how many weeks we closed about there. So let's see how we're gonna approach this. We might go a bit lower. Why would we go a bit lower? Well, tomorrow the stock market is going to open, the stock market. And I do expect, because this all happened in the weekend, I do expect a big downward sell pressure on the stock market. And that could also bring like a second wave of fear really to the crypto market, even though the crypto market is 24/7, always open. It is crazy. Yeah, like what Sanjay is saying now, it is really a black swan event, because I think nobody expected Trump to join wars. He was set to be the peace president. We'll see though. I would like to quickly bring you back to the Bitcoin chart though, and we go all the way back. We go all the way back. Let's go to a weekly chart here, because I do want to remember you guys that this black swan. I don't know if this is a black swan. It's at least a very big surprise. It's also why I am somewhat calm about this. In the past, maybe I would have said, well, this is a break of my theory, that the rainbow chart is what's going to hold on, what we're going to hold on to. If we have 1, 2, 3 weeks below the rainbow chart, I think it's fine, because take a look now at the Bitcoin chart again. And if we go to 2020, the COVID dump, you see how rough it was for Bitcoin specifically here. 61%. We're not going down 61%. I think that's not going to happen, but we are already down. How much are we down so far? Interesting, by the way, where we are now. I haven't even seen this chart yet. I just went home, guys. So, but we are down about 27%. So a typical 30% drop, dip. But do you see where we are? I need to extend the line here, but it goes directly back really to the support line we've had in the past. Yeah. Interesting. It's exactly this line it follows. And it had a nice bounce on top of it. So I think we talked about this in a video as well, that yeah, if we break this line, and I hoped we didn't, we would potentially retest this green line. But anyways, I want to show you why a black swan doesn't have to be that bad, because this was a 2020 COVID dump, and it went so quick. So after the decline, and I think it's almost over, right? I mean, can it get worse? It can get worse if you get boots on the ground, I guess. But if this is like the dip, this is it. Within 8 weeks, we recovered. Within 8 weeks, and now we continued the bull run. And I think it wouldn't be strange if like this is more of an anomaly, because also here I would say that the trend was up. If you take a look here, the trend was definitely up. It was, oh well, it was mainly going up like this, and then out of nowhere, minus 60%. That doesn't really happen often. So yeah, potentially black swan. Speaking as a TA nerd, welcome Pete, by the way, strap in. If you draw a FIB retracement level from the wick of the low, well, we go down to 6.8 cent in March, and then now the high of 11.45. Oh wait, you have multiple messages. I need to be patient. Guy buys, by the way, welcome. I see Tosca. Tosca today is not good, man. But again, it's I wouldn't sell here personally. No financial advice, of course, but I do need to be a bit more cautious though. I do need to be a bit more cautious because at the lower we go, I have some leverage positions open, some small leverage positions. So if you got those, make sure you maybe add some leverage so you actually reduce the risk. But yeah, it's not a good day. Not a good day. Well, according to Pete, it's a good day for shorts. Welcome. Operation Midnight Hammer success. I mean, it was the first time using those bombs, and apparently they worked. So definitely. Hey, Jay Smith. Shy from Italy, dude. Welcome. I landed last night and saw the markets were down so bad. Yeah. Trump had to be doing something, right? Are we in for a long summer? Yeah, like what we've just seen here. There is a potential for a quick retrace. A quick retrace, like beginning 2020. This was 8 weeks. About 8 weeks. So that's about 2 months. Where are we in 2 months? End of summer. And end of summer has been predicted to be a good period. But also you can see that like after the big dip, the overall recovery was quite quick. We call this V-shape. So if you get like a V-shape type of recovery, then we probably do something like this. I will draw it out so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So a bit of a V-shape. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we do need some kind of, well, acceptance to the new normal, the new standard that we might have a war. And that will happen, of course, because, well, companies keep producing. Oil is still needed, and oil will be produced by countries like the US, like Saudi Arabia. So if this is going to happen like this, like we see the end of August or end of July, we don't know, of course. And then maybe a big dip, and then we go up again. If that's the case, we definitely a black swan here in between. Long summer maybe, but like what we've seen with the Bitcoin chart, it can, like if this is the bottom, it potentially, right? Potentially. Hey, Solid Snake, welcome. What do you think about Sai? I don't know. Don't know. Don't have enough intel about that one. Crypto Runner is buying the dip. I mean, it is cheap. So if you believe, I DCA, right? I DCA, and today's a good day because I DCA CRO, and on a day like this, I get a lot more CRO for the same amount of dollars. So that's discount day, of course it is. I do have to cover my leverage positions though, which is kind of scary. So it's a bad day, it's a good day. It depends on how you look at it, right? It really depends. And if you go short, well, I don't know. The thing is, tomorrow you might want to hedge those shorts as well. You might want to hedge those as well. We don't know if at the open of the stock market, we'll see more and more fear. Hey, welcome, Cookies. Are we doomed? Are we doomed, Baron? I don't think the cycle is over. Like also, COVID didn't prevent the new cycle from happening. So, yeah. Unfortunately, it's happening now. It's happening. A war on our continent. Well, on the world again. I wanna remind you guys though, if you're very scared, this was me today. This was me. Just a bit of chill here on the water. I went on a quick trip, and honestly, even though the charts are super red, still sunny out there. The water is still blue. Nobody died. At least I hope. So strap in, guys. I mean, it's always remaining strapped in, of course, but especially during these periods where we see minus, it's only minus 27%. Like guys, it's an altcoin. It's supposed to be risky, because the more risk you take, the higher the chance of potential bigger gains as well. Solid Snake is still buying some more Crow. Kai is strapped in. Hey, John, welcome. I also see Ultra Justin. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button as well. Helps a bunch. Hey, Chef as well. Good day to boy Ada, Crow, and Bitcoin. It's definitely cheap now. It's Bitcoin below $100,000, guys. Bitcoin below $100,000. Jeez Louise. We do also see that, like, here we have Bitcoin dominance, and it was my thesis that we would not go above these lines here, but we did today. Again, it's all about, in the end, I believe, the exception to became the reality here. And I do believe that when the markets open tomorrow, you have to take a look at gold. Let me open the gold chart quickly for you guys. This is the gold chart, gold US dollar. Currently at about 3,300. I think it might go to maybe even a new all-time high. Test it. 3,500. Whenever there's like big panic at the markets, there's a flight to gold. But okay, let's take a quick look at what Pete is saying, because according to Pete, if you take a look at the lows here, and you bring it up to the highs, there should be also support here. Let me check. Yeah, exactly. It's right. Oh, it's right. Jeez Louise. At about here. Didn't even do it. I think I didn't even do the way he did it. Let me check. Yeah, like this. No. Ah, no, this one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly where we are now. Crazy. Guys, this is why TA can be very handy. Not to really rely on day by day, but especially to find like places where to buy. If you want to create a limit order, you can check these lines for support. You can see that we have been here as well in the past, so it makes sense that we have a bit of a bounce here, even though we have so much panic. So you can see that also we were here already in April. So we test the April lows, here. Crazy, good find by the way, P. Thank you very much. Really interesting though, because it's. In all honesty, we are, of course, I think, still heading into a bigger bull market, but it again slows down our progress. It slows down our progress, and I think we just had a bit of momentum. When we broke the 10-cent level, it felt good, right? I felt like we are going into the right direction. And then we have something like this happen. Unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. Even though we have so much good news. The cards. I saw a lot of pictures, guys, from people receiving their card as well. It's so crazy. I'm so happy to see everyone spending with their card. Hey, Random Midwest as well. Buying Crow every day. That's the thing, right? Today, if you buy Crow, or Bitcoin, or Ethereum, you bought a lot of Crow. Relatively seen, at least. Same amount as in April, but 2 weeks ago, it was a lot less. Yeah, but you can see that today, I think ETH was also one of the big losers. About minus 10%. And the same for Crow. And basically all the altcoins and like virtuals, the big AI play, even worse outcome. It's fine though. Anyways, welcome Terry, welcome. Hey VKS as well. Hello. Yeah, it's a super rad day for alts. Let me check if I can find the bubble maps one. The bubble screen. Bubble. Oh, by the way, we have huge news for Cronos specifically. Well, huge. I want to, before we go to the alts, I want to show you this quickly because this happened. I don't know that many people saw this. I got a message by private, and again, private, thanks for mentioning it because I didn't see it because I was on a holiday. But have you guys seen this? I think nobody tweeted about this, so private credits what credits are due. But this is the treasury. This is the Cronos strategic reserve. And you remember that there were 70 billion tokens in there? You remember 70 billion tokens? 3.5 are gone now. 3.5 are now gone. Well, not gone. We know where they are. We can, of course, because it is blockchain, everything is quite transparent. So if you go back to accounts here, I think it should be, here it is. The number 4 account has 3.5 billion CRO. So now they have split it, the treasury, with unlocked and still vested tokens. And this can mean something. This can mean something. And if you guys don't know, well, the unlocked tokens, they are, in theory, I think meant for increasing the viability really to Cronos chain. So the question is this money used for spending, like for marketing, or is this maybe an IOU? So basically, they promise to hold on to the CRO to offer, for example, the ETFs. I don't expect any sell pressure directly from this. I haven't seen any sell pressure, even though, of course, it's a big red day. But today, the minus 8%, that's all in line with the rest of the altcoin market. It's not per se that this has been causing a bit of sell pressure. But very interesting, at least. I don't know who holds this wallet. Is this maybe just a team? Is this just restructuring? I don't know. So very interesting. I will follow up if this is going to change, if they are going to send stuff to different wallets. But at least we now know that this wallet here is slowly decreasing. This wallet is actually being, well, depleted as it's unlocking. So very interesting. One day I stop buying the dip and I stand as a millionaire. I mean, that day, that will be very glorious. And that day I will pop a lot of champagnes. Just because, just because. Chaotic. I haven't checked Solana, but if it's below £100, I will be buying some more. Ooh, you bought about that? I'd bet 95. Let me check. I don't know. Not really a big Solana player myself. The thing is about Solana, I used it in the early days and it just kept not working. Failed transaction. Even recently I had some failed transaction. And I think, yeah, the amount of failed transactions is just not good enough for me personally. But well, everyone can decide their own cup of tea. For me, the Cronos chain is actually quite decent regarding like reliability, at least. $120, $130 about there. So yeah, I don't know the exact conversion to pound, but it's getting close. Chaotic. It's getting very close. Yeah, Bitcoin almost new cycle high again. I think it's only because of this. Like I see these two things. I see these two things, like the wick here is not work. The candle closing potentially below the rainbow chart. Not per se as an invalidation, but really more as a reaction to the current conditions really of the world. Really a big surprise in general. But okay, so like this, yeah, it's also a new high. It's also a new high, by the way, about 66%. That's how high we went. Crazy. Hey, Todd, welcome. Strap in. Hello, hello, hello. Glad I sold my CRO weeks ago. You got something there, man. You have to tell us what's the secret. Did you have any people close to Trump? Like he's gonna do this. I know it. I saw, by the way, somebody post on Reddit like, yeah, Chris Wonderlick, he shook hands. He shook hands with Trump, and Chris is the company that created CRO, and therefore CRO is guilty by association for this attack on Iran. And I was like, whoa, is that all you need? Is a handshake with Trump? Like, I mean, I think I know so many people shaking hands of Trump, like Elon Musk in the past a lot. And he got a lot of hate there, but still the company Tesla is doing fine. Even though I think tomorrow it will crash a bit, just a little bit, as the rest of the market also will do. Yes, Diamond J, thank you so much. Good reminder, guys. Hit that like button, boys. Today was a good day, according to Save with Crypto, because he got his CDC card out. Like, that's the best thing, right? If you have like some big purchases, you get the card out. You get the card out, and then you start paying, and you see, oh, I got a lot of Crow. Bought my daughter some presents. Got my cars filled with fuel. Do you I don't know, Save with Crypto, if you guys use, so we have a lot of self-service here, and if you use the self-service one, you don't get any cash back in Crew. I don't know how it works where you live, but I hate that. I hate that. These days I drive electric, so I don't even get any fuel bills. Dubod, start all your crypto. We don't do any financial advice here. But we can always ask Dubot, why would you sell all your crypto? Just a quick question now. Why sell when the market is fearful? I much rather buy sell when the market is getting greedy. That's some wisdom shared by good old Warren Buffett. Good old Warren Buffett. It has been too hot today. Yes, exactly. Same here, guys. What's the temperature? And please use Celsius. Well, if you only know Fahrenheit, let me know in Fahrenheit what's the temperature like, because over here it's hot, 32 degrees Celsius. So, you know, too hot to do anything. Just do my DCA. You think you can automate so many of those things as well? Good stuff. Good stuff, Chaotic. Annual return for Bitcoin in the upcoming 10 years. It will decrease. It will decrease most likely. I believe in diminishing returns. It's the most likely outcome as the market is maturing. I don't know. Probably we will see like a 10x this cycle, Chef. The next cycle, an 8x, 7x. So let's say the next 10 years. If you have like two cycles, give or take. They're also becoming longer and longer. Yeah, then we're talking about from this point onward, from the lows, right? From the lows. So if you're probably we're going to fall down again to about 50k times 8, and then again we fall down again. So it probably will go a bit like this. So we go up and we go down a bit more, and then we go up and we even go higher. I think we can actually cross $1 million in 10 years. I think in 10 years we can cross $100. So from this point onward, annual, I think an average annual would be about, well, we're talking about a 10x. So 10x divided by 10. Oh, you can do the calculations. Oi, oi, oi. RSI on the daily is now dropped below 30. Oi, is that on Crow or is it on Bitcoin? Let me quickly check that, guys. On the daily or which one? The daily. Relative strength index. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, the unfortunate thing, we had quite a good MACD curling up, and that's completely invalidated now because of this this dump. Ay, 27. And guys, let me explain to you why this is important. Typically, we don't stay too long in these periods. You can see we stay there maybe for 1 month below this dotted line here, and then we go up again. So somebody was asking, will we get a bloody summer? Well, we might drop a bit lower, like 20. We have seen 20 in the past, but also sometimes going more to the past here. You can see that we, dip a bit lower, but not as low as what we've seen here. So that means that the price also won't go down as low maybe as some people might think. I've seen people say like 5 cents or 6 cents. I wouldn't count on that per se myself. Maybe a retest of the 6.8. But even that, I would say 6.8 retest, that would be quite a stretch. But we have seen it multiple times. So if anything, I would say 6.8 as the low. You can see a touch here. Here as well. Here. Maybe here again. Let's see though. I'm not predicting it to go there. I'm currently just waiting and seeing how this is going to play out here with this green line. So if this green line continues to go down like it is, it can touch it already quite soon. And we're talking about end of June. End of June. So if this war is going to escalate even further, like the next week, yeah, potentially. Potentially. Gold is up. I think the markets are closed, or yeah. Yeah, markets are closed. This is futures, by the way. I don't know, of course, the gold price is always fluctuating. There's also always those shops are open. So if you go to a shop where you can sell physical gold, they might have a price that is up today, of course, even though the markets are closed. Ooh, I buy CRO a lot already for 3 years. You bought a lot at 40 cents. 40 cents, that's been a while. I hope we go there. I hope we go there. So good to see you though. Strap in. Don't forget to strap in, guys. Hit the like button. Welcome. Is it for the credit card reward? So for anyone that missed it, we were talking about this wallet here. This is the strategic reserve, and they send money to a different account. Chef might be thinking, is it the credit card rewards? Good question. We're gonna do an AMA, I think, with the team very soon. And we'll talk about Mirko and Emily Sid. So they are the management really of the Cronos chain. I think it's a good question. So what's this transaction about? Make it a bit more transparent, right? I think we deserve that after the vote we've had so far. Just say what you're going to buy. I think we don't blame. I think it's okay. Just, share with the CRO fam. Okay, we're going to use the reserve for this and for this and for this. We got some surprises as well. We got this surprise fund coming. It's okay, but maybe, include us a bit more in decisioning and get some feedback before you do some stuff, because we've also seen that happen. For example, I don't know if you guys were there, but we had the ZK chain launch. The ZK chain, it was somewhat controversial, but now it has somewhat flopped, and it's okay. But they also spent quite a bit of CRO and also US dollars and ZK on promotions. But the promotions were not effective at all. So after, there were multiple seasons promised, we got feedback already, directly, hey, this is not helping at all. Don't do this, because save yourself the money is not working. They could have saved themselves a lot of money if they were proactively communicating beforehand. And I do believe that Mirko is a lot more transparent in that saying. So just Mirko, if you're listening now, tell us what we're going to do with his money here. 3.5 billion CRO. If the CRO price continues to stay below the rainbow chart, will you redraw? Ooh, that's like, Pete, that's like saying, do you kill your baby? No, I don't know. Hard to say. I think at this point, I have to wait. I think for the next month, it's okay. Like what we've seen with Bitcoin. If you recover back to those previous levels, I think we should be fine. I think it's going to be a quick recovery anyway, so let's see where we are next week. By the way, talking about next week, I'm going on a trip, and not just a week, not a weekend. I'm going to Spain, so I won't be doing the weekly close next Sunday, and also no midweek update. I talked with the Coin Baroness. I asked her, but she wants some private time. So no Cronos update, guys. I've prepared some videos though regarding the credit cards, and also maybe I've seen my Visa card reviews in the past. So let's talk a bit about the Midnight Blue card and about the Level Up program, because I see so many people asking questions about how does the Level Up even work, and is it worth it, and 12-month unlock or 12-month stake. What is the 12-month stake like? That's my wallet. I'm jealous. That's $277 million, chaotic. $277 million. In all honesty, guys, if this was my wallet, I would dump on you all. I would sell this. I would get this money, run away, if I could. if I could. That would definitely tank the market, but of course won't happen. If Crow falls down to 7 cents again, do you still think it can hit $2.71, or will we likely have to reduce our expectation? For anyone wondering, by the way, I made this video talking about $2.71, and I hope I made clear in that video that $2.71 is a bit of a meme. I don't think it will go to $2.71. There are some technical levels that support the arguments for $2.71 Crow, but it's a really high number. We're talking about a 40x even, or maybe even a bit more if you bought in at about the 5 cent low this cycle. So I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't think $2.71. I don't know. I keep talking about my price prediction video. I keep putting it off, but I hate doing price prediction videos because nobody knows. I can do a well-educated guess. As always, though, I just think that if you take a look at the rainbow chart, it is in that range, but I think it won't go that high. My personal guess, let's just cut to the chase here. If you ask how high do you think, I think we will probably max out at about this dotted line here. This dotted line is at about $2. I think that's where we will peak this cycle. Like what you have seen maybe with the rainbow Bitcoin chart. Let me show it to you, because the original rainbow chart for Bitcoin rainbow chart. Give me one sec, guys. What you can kind of see with the Bitcoin rainbow chart as well is that so far it kind of keeps dropping. I will try to zoom in a bit more. But you can see that every time... Oh. Hello. This is a bit too big, isn't it? You can kind of see that it started off really in the big reds here, the red part. But then it's dropped down a bit more, and it went to a lower band and to a lower band. And I think also this time around, I think we might hit this band here. And about the green, 180. I think 180 would be a great target for Bitcoin. But it won't go back to those yellow lines anymore. And I think that's also kind of the case for Crow. I don't really think we're going to go back to these highs. Even though I would love a $5 Crow. I'm not gonna lie, I would love a $5 Crow. It's there. But if you go here, I think we have had a beautiful bull run. Somebody's asking, Nate here is asking, when do you expect to peak? We talked about this in a video recently. Where are we in the cycle? Just based on previous data, of course, we don't have much to work on. That's the truth here. And the Crow's only one cycle old. But if you take a look at our Bitcoin chart, not this one. Not this one. Where is it? Oh, here it is. We have a projected end of this bull cycle. We have a projected end of the bull cycle based on the previous cycle. So Crow all-time high, 2, question mark, of course. It's in about October 2025. About October. And that's based on how it was previously, right? So we had a start, and about 6 months later, we got the all-time high. But of course, cycles don't exactly repeat. So maybe this time around, it's 1 month later, 1 month earlier. We don't know. Around in that ranges. If you're not buying at these levels, then what are you doing? I'm glad dude sold. I bought so much more. Yeah, if you are convicted, we're moving up a bit. I think going above 8 cents this week will be very nice already. But yeah, Sammy, if you got the conviction, I think it makes sense to buy big here. It makes sense to buy big. At this point, though, guys, I'm going to be very honest. I have a lot of Crow already, and I as you guys know, I lost my job. I got fired, so my income to freely buy Crow has reduced a lot. It has reduced a lot. I do still do an automatic DCA every day, but with small amounts. And To be fair, I'm very glad with what I got myself. So we have had enough time to accumulate so far. I think we are kind of blessed with how much time we've had so far to accumulate. So I'm fine with not getting too much more for this cycle. I'm a happy man with my stack of Crow. But yeah, if you can get more, of course, with the daily DCA, that's good. Chaotic, Sol is my Eve. I was new to crypto back when Eve was about $150. Whoa. Whoa, that's good. I love myself some Eve as well. I mined back in the days, but Solana, I think it's good. It's where many people start. Solana is the place where many people start with their DeFi career or whatever. Havenback, I probably should have picked a project that performs better against Bitcoin. Well, that's the thing, right, Haven? If you take a look at Bitcoin dominance, nothing performs better than Bitcoin. Like, Bitcoin is just simply king now, and I hate to say it, but I was wrong here on this prediction. I think the reasons why I was wrong, that's clear in this case. I think it was not really predictable, but so simply going for Bitcoin was the one. Well, yeah, you said, well, I chose Crow because of security. And now with more hacks being out there in the news, I'm okay with Crow. Yeah, true that. I mean, with the Coinbase leak of details, with Bybit being hacked, I think Crow is definitely an exchange, or crypto.com, or of course the Crow token, is one exchange that people at least don't lose their money. Some people feel like misled by the spread. So if you go on your phone and you get the crypto.com app, there's quite a big difference between where you buy something. Let's say you buy Bitcoin now. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart. If you buy Bitcoin now, it should be about $999,000. I think if you buy Bitcoin now on the crypto.com app, you might pay $100,000. I think you will pay $100,000. And if you sell it, you probably only get like 500 or 98. I think there's about a 2% spread. The self-service for the gasoline didn't work for a while, but now it does. Oh, okay. But I do go to a station with a kiosk, so I pay with a human. Then you always get the cash back. Good stuff. 31 degrees for chaotic. Oh, it's 34 degrees Celsius in Florence. That's so good, man. Florence is... I hope, Jay Smith, just to give you some touristic advice, I hope you booked a trip to the church there. By the way, the church, if you guys played Assassin's Creed, you might remember the church. But there is also a tour to the top there, to the bit of a dome. I don't know if they are working on that now right now, but I think it was open. You have to book a tour previously. If you go there now and just go stand in the line, you don't get any tickets. But if you reserve a place, then you can go into the dome and you have such a beautiful view. 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know. Is that like... I think everything at about 100 degrees Fahrenheit is hot. Oh, sticky and gross. Yeah, I understand that one. Sanja, about 27. Peter saying 26. And a bit of rain. That's nice. I like a bit of rain on those hot days. Kayan is selling his left kidney for Crow. I mean, at this point, you're getting good value for your kidney. Not kidding. You're getting very good value for your kidney at this time. Bitcoin below $100,000 again is just insanely cheap. Like you go buy a Lamborghini and say, yeah, well, it's 50 grand off today. Only today. If you buy tomorrow, it might be gone. We might go one bit lower though for the Lambo. We don't know. Maybe this is the final sale. Maybe not. It's a good sale though. Peter's saying, well, do not forget to check out the RSI for Crow on the 4 hour. Is that good or bad? Probably very bad. Let me check. Let me check, guys. Oh. I haven't seen it this low in a long time. 15. Okay, last time we had that was in February. And in February, guys, we went to about also 6.8 cents. So honestly, I would kind of expect a bit of a recovery soon. Maybe even in the next hours. Like, best case, we get like a big announcement by Trump. Like, we have made a deal with Iran. We stopped the bombing. And in the next few hours, we have a recovery even on the weekly. So we go check the weekly. We see a bit of a big wick down. But we still actually end up above the green here. That would be the best outcome. We've seen that before in the past, but unfortunately, guys, it is weekend. If Trump does these things in the weekend, there is low liquidity, I think. Yeah, it kind of depends on what the stock market will do tomorrow, guys. That might be the second scare. We'll be in the south. The south, Mr. Pete. 30 degrees also in Italy. I mean, 30 degrees in Italy, it feels so much better than in, I don't know if you live near the sea, Solid Snake. Italy has a beautiful climate. Americans are always like, that's nothing, it's so hot here. All houses are built with 2 layers of brick and a layer of insulation between those bricks layers. We live in cookers, yeah, but it's the same thing here. It's great in wintertime. It's like, yeah, you don't have to put much. You don't have to heat it to really put on the heater much, but during summertime you have to open all the windows, all the things. And the recent years, the building permits also have been more strict, and it has to be even more insulation and even more insulation and even more and even triple. Guys, we got triple layers of glass now. Triple layers. Previously, they only used triple layer glass in like Finland because, yeah, okay, in Finland we are very close to the Nordic area, of course, for the ice pools. So we have it here in the Netherlands now as well. And when the sun shines, I can tell you that three layers of glass, they keep the heat in. They keep the heat in. Whoa, a lot of good questions now. Yeah, 3, even 4. Okay, I've never seen a 4-layer glass. It is crazy. It's crazy, Jay Smith. Enjoy. I think Florence, also the bridges, they've got very famous bridges there. Enjoy, really, man. It's beautiful place. Also, city center is car free, so great vibe. 3-layer walls, but also double glazed, yeah. 5 layers? Jeez Louise. Never seen that. This is the worst cycle. Also, even at the 2021 eye. It's a crazy cycle, isn't it? A crazy cycle. Like all the other cycles before. Also, let's take a quick look at at this moment, by the way, Bitcoin is dumping a bit more. I don't know if anything news will happen. Regarding news, this is, by the way, kind of scary. I will try to find a tweet quickly, but you might have heard that the Iran is thinking about a blockade. The Strait of... Let me check, guys. Blockade. Iran. Here it is. This is crazy, by the way. Let me quickly show you this before we go on. So currently the Iran is thinking about blockading the Strait of Hormuz, and I don't know the name. This is the first time I hear the name, but this is such an important passage really for ships, because this is how people go from east to the west, at least from east to Europe, because this is the shortest route. If you can't use this strait and they are threatening to block this little passage here, if they tread that one or stop it, then yeah, you have to go all the way below Africa, below South Africa, and then you can go to Europe, or I think also if you go to via the US, you won't. No, actually not. No, that's not. The wall is a globe. You You skip that one. No, but if you want to go to Europe, and they mention here like 20% of global oil is going through this strait here, so it's a big deal. It's a big deal if they really stop all ships from really going here. I think a few years back we had this blockade due to an accident where the Evergreen ship. You might remember that all those packages and everything was delayed. So PTSD is coming up again. PTSD. Whoa, Baron! I will at least leave 100 million in there. You're way too kind. You're way too kind. I would get it all, guys. 278 million US dollars. They are not credit cards though. Credit cards have money on them which you pay back. They are just the standard debit cards. Well, Chaotic, I don't know if you missed the news, but they do have credit cards now. There are Crypto.com credit cards, and they are very nice, very fancy. Let me check if I can find them now for you. They are looking sleek, very sleek. Let's go to Chris. Or is it? The cards. These are the cards here. They have a bit of a different design. I saw some people posting this more pastel or matte green. I love the finish. I kind of don't like the purple one. And I started to like the rose gold more. The ruby is also very hot. Good cards. Crazy also, they get uncapped rewards. And from what I heard from at least some people, at least that the cashback is quite decent. Quite decent. Not the highest. There are, at least for the free tier. But the ruby tier, I think at 2.5%, it's a no-brainer. Everyone should get the ruby rat. It's so cheap for what you get. 2.5%. You have to pay a $500 lockup. Like, if you guys don't have an account yet at Crypto.com, get this card. Use my code. And you also get some bonuses. I think you get, like, if you use the credit card, you also get like a welcome bonus worth a few $100s. I can't check it now, but it's crazy. What, John? It's 40 degrees Celsius in Canada? I thought Canada was supposed to be cold as well. 40 degrees. I hope you got your swim pants. And maybe a little pool. Crazy, guys. Oh, Random West is buying more. Hey, by the way, Marlon. I don't own much of Bitcoin, but my average is about 68. That's nice. Does the chat think it's best to hold or DCA? And hold DCA or try to sell at top and buy back in eventually? You don't get an exact top, Marlon, but let the chat please answer as well. I don't want to kill this conversation, but I think there is quite an opportunity that you sell and buy in later, right? I mean, it always happens. So let's say you sell at about here, right? It's not the top, but you can still buy back in at a lower spot here. And you will never get the exact bottom, exact low. I think if you sell at about, what is it, 150-ish. I don't know if 150 is going to be the top. I think it's going to be very close to the top. Maybe it is the top. Maybe we don't go to 150. Anyone thinking this is the top, is a double bottom, a double top here? I don't think so. I would find it very unlikely. But okay, if we go down and up again, I think it is very likely that we also will fall down again eventually to about, I think, 50k. So if you buy in at about the previous all-time high, let's say you buy back in at about 69, you sell here, you buy back in here, you almost double your Bitcoin. This is very powerful, somewhat dangerous, but it can be done. But some people say cycles are over. I think we'll have a big dip again. It's, I think destined for Bitcoin as well. Let's see though. Let's see. We'll be happy with about 71 cents. I'm not here for 71 cents CRO. That would be way too cheap. That's like handing money to somebody else. Well, in all honesty, that's a 10x. So if you're happy, man, sell. I do want that $3 CRO. It will mean I can directly upgrade from my Indigo to the IC White without having to add any extra CRO. That's like the dream, right? That's the dream. Ooh, yeah, it is summertime, Sanjay. Q3 is we're so close to Q3. Q3 is also packed with good events. I think in Q3 we're gonna see a start. I think we're gonna see the start of QE. I do believe, guys, that in September we have a meeting in June, end of June. No, the end of July, I should say, end of July. And I think also in August, and then late September, I think the 17th or something, the 17th of September. I think we're gonna have the first announcement of continued decreases again of interest rates and also quantitative easing, so printing of money. Let's see it. By the way, talking about going down, yeah, Bitcoin is going down again. Little bit. So CRO is also going down. It's moving rapidly now. It's moving very rapidly. There's also an assumption that we're still in a 4-year cycle. It's possible that we could extend the bull run into like Q1 with a shorter bear cycle. I would say that the bear cycle was already quite short. Like if you take a look at it like from an objective point of view, I think it was only about 1 year. Well, the question of course is if we don't dump as low, do you call it really a bear market? But take a look at the previous cycle. It was from the top to the bottom. 53 weeks, 52, exactly 1 year. 1 year of downtime, bear market. After that, only up. I think that's great. best asset in the world. Goes down 1 year, goes up 3 years. Same here. About 1 year. After that, well, there were some dips in between, but going up for about 3 years. And I think it also did that back in 2017. It was a bit more interesting. It was a bit longer, it seems. Went up. Ooh. And it went down. Yeah, here it was a bit different. So here it was 82 weeks. But so you can see twice we've had 3 years of up, 1 year of down. 3 years of up, 1 year down. Yeah, I got fired. Big layoff. I think about 25% of the company was fired. So it wasn't like because of individual like performance reasons. I hope you guys understand that I'm a hard worker. I try to be really hard worker, even though you can't always see the gains here. But I was part of the mass layoff. How long does alt season actually last? If it comes in Q4, then only we have a few more months to really wait. If it hits like 150, then it will be well worth waiting. That's the thing, right? I think it's worth the wait in the end. Nobody can really tell how long it will last, though. Yeah, it lasted quite long in the previous cycle. It's kind of the opposite of what happened. So Bitcoin goes up for 3 years, and then we have 1 year of alt season. Yeah, 400 days, about a year of alt season. So maybe if we start tomorrow, then yeah, until May of 2026, maybe. That's the thing, we don't really know. This only happened twice, so here it was a bit shorter. You can see it was a more quick dump. 250 days, so almost a year. Flying B again, strapping in. Remember though that Bitcoin, it hasn't made a decent higher low following the April drop to 76k. So dropping to about 98 or 99 would be a good place. Some people even say it could drop as low as 88k. Well, I don't know. It's I don't know. I think it's still a bit overreaction as well. Of course, it's scary that we got the US in a war again, but we've had that also in 2008, like with Afghanistan and Iraq, and the country kept growing and growing and growing, and stocks went up and up and up. So it just, we haven't had that in a while, and people are like, oh shit. And also it's kind of like Trump saying, nah, I'm not going to do that, and then he does it. So not really consistent, is it? No aircon in England. You can get aircon, right? It's expensive though. We got it here as well. It's expensive. The Straits of Hormuz. Ooh, okay. So Sol is currently £99. Okay. Waiting for a bit more discount. Oil. It's all about oil, guys. Yeah, so we were talking about the Strait of Hormuz. Where is it? Yeah, okay. A lot of oil passes here. But we also do have a nuclear facility, so that's kind of scary. That's really scary. There's still debit cards? From what I've heard, you can actually get like credit, but we're talking, by the way, guys, about, you know, insulation, and in VK's lives in Finland, and they have like even up to 5 layers of glass. It's crazy, but yeah, if you have minus 40 degrees, you need it. You need to put in little energy and keep in all the heat. Important. And in theory, good insulation also keeps the heat out. It keeps the heat out. It works. Oh, it's my Geoff. I hate to say that. Okay, I might be wrong. Yeah. Okay, guys, Peter's correct. Let me quickly get Google Maps. Let me quickly get Google Maps to show it to you. I was wrong there. So where are we talking about? I don't know if you guys know GeoGuessr, but okay. So here we got Iran. Yeah, okay. I was wrong. So I was thinking about this here, this point, the Red Sea. But that's not Iran. That's Saudi Arabia. Really, the bridge between Africa and also Middle East. Well, yeah, the problem is that we have Qatar. Qatar is a big supplier of oil. We do have UAE with Dubai. We do have, of course, Saudi Arabia itself, Kuwait here. Stacy, I don't know where Stacy is. I hope it's doing well. But Kuwait also a big supplier of oil and also liquid gas, LPG. And if they block this little path here, Kuwait can't deliver, Iraq can't deliver, Bahrain can't deliver, Saudi Arabia, they can deliver, but it's also a hassle because there's a lot of infrastructure here. A lot of infrastructure here built to support the global trade. Yeah, I was wrong. Thanks, Pete, for this quick correction here. I need to redo my geography classes again. Wondering when we can get the Crow card on Apple Pay. Isn't it available yet? Isn't it available yet? Okay, I didn't know. It's already available in Europe at least. I know Europe and UK. It's a tough subject still. It's like we still miss you guys here. If you want to come back, you know, UK, we still love you. But we get it. It's available here though. No, chat isn't qualified to give financial advice. Neither am I. So do your own research. I'm not selling though. I'm not selling here. Oh, we can't even do the basic missions? That's sad. Quickly checking the chat, guys. It's about 10 o'clock and I've had a whole weekend of playing games, drinking a bit too much, having good food. So I'm getting a bit tired, but let me check. Yeah, so Peter's saying bear markets have been about a year time. And yeah, in the stock market, it is often a little less than a year of downturn. We'll see though. I don't know how low we'll go. I think going back to about like 60k or 50k maybe. I don't really think that Bitcoin will go below 50k ever again. That's my prediction here, but let's see. Didn't Crow get to a bit to yeah, that's actually the case here. Let me show it to you, Flying B. So Bitcoin went to an all-time high. Here, the blue, the green stick here. And it took 2 more weeks for Crow to go there. And you can see already Bitcoin was on a decline. So it was not much. It was, okay, it was 20% apparently. 15%. Didn't even remember anymore, but I was feeling euphoric here, of course, as well. But yeah, that's definitely the case. It was going down already. But many altcoins made like a desperate late move. I think also Cardano did that and a lot more. Should I take profits on my ZK raise since it's up like 25% and buy Crow with ZK raise? It's the meaning of life. I don't know. Live happy. Seize the day, Haven Pack is the meaning of life. Love and be loved. There's no talk of them having an actual credit on them, which you have to pay back at the end of the month. I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure, Chaotic, it's the case because I've seen people doing the pre-qualified check. Let me check. I can find them on Twitter probably. And then if you do the pre-qualified check, you can see how much you can get like as credit. Crypto.com pre-qualify. Where is it? Oh man, it's so hard. Let me check if I can find credit cards here. Credit card. They do a lot of commercials, by the way. This is all new. This is the new Ruby card. I haven't seen all these commercials yet, so it's kind of cool that they start doing those. I don't know where it is. Let me check. Oh, unpackagings. I love unpackagings. This one is quite fancy. Let me check. This is the Ruby, isn't it? Nice, nice. I'm just looking for somebody showing their pre-qualification. Anyways, you can get credit, and it depends, I think, on your conditions, how much you can get, like credit wise. Limit. Let me check for limit. Credit limit. Okay, I can't find it. I can't find. Trust me. Hey, pirate. I kind of find it, you know, funny that this is set by a pirate here. A true pirate. Blockades. If this trader for Moses is blocked, though, all the major oil producers can't get their oil out. And that's, of course, a big problem. They mentioned about 20% in that little tweet. 20% of all oil is going through that strait. So it is quite crazy. It is quite crazy. Let me check, by the way. So we are currently trading, you can see it here, at about 7.9 cents. 7.9 cents. Bitcoin is just below 99k. This is going to be quite a bloody weekly close, guys. And this is happening. There was a scenario. I think the chance of this happening was low, but it played out. This spooked the markets. Tomorrow we'll see I think, for example, the futures go up for gold like a lot. When the Asian markets open up, gold will spike. European markets open up, gold will spike. Oil, I think oil will spike as well, especially due to the news here of Pirate, what Mr. Justin is talking about. So it is pretty scary. It is pretty scary, honestly. Okay, my chat just died here. 40 degrees in Wisconsin. Ooh. Chaotic, you want to stay, okay. It's okay, you're still welcome in the EU. Is it a good time, Blake? Welcome, Blake. Is it a good time to buy more CRO to DCA? Well, it's cheap now. NFA, but I just do my DCA, and at these times I get more CRO, so think about it that way. I would say think about it that way, guys. It's 7 past 10 here. I need to go to sleep. Again, quick reminder: this will be a bad weekly close, but I will be tuning out myself. I will be tuning out a bit more because I am going to Spain, so no weekly close next week. I will keep you up to date, though. Of course, I can't really shut down crypto. It's part of me. It's part of my life. So I quickly want to say that if you want to stay up to date, go to @thecoinbaron on Twitter, @thecoinbaron. I might post a little short or something like that. I don't know. But I will try to keep you up to date. Let's see in about 2 weeks then. Not next Sunday, but about the one after that, beginning of July. How the tables have turned. If we are again back here in the rainbow chart, because this has been, guys, this rainbow chart is already 2 years old. We can see how it kept bouncing in these lines here. So if it's going to break this pattern, I'm a sad coin baron. I'm a very sad coin baron here. So, anyways, guys, Flying Bee, Peter, what the hell's going on, man? Don't panic. Don't panic. Panic at the disco, not at the markets. Enjoy, guys. 40 degrees, John. Jeez. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, Valencia, great. Enjoy, man.